Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Elite Season 8, featuring Toki on the NES. I'm Hans Buttface. Tonight we will be showing you the bracket rounds in the Bowl and the Upper Deck Leagues. Let's take a look at the brackets in the Bowl, sponsored by Season 7 Splatterhouse Wampacker Graffiti on YouTube. Our first match tonight is Europsilis, who was 3-0 in the group stage, versus Zarnax42, and then Jam Eviler versus Link Sevens in the other match. Let's kick it off with Big Reginald E. Sports Jackson, with the call of the Europsilis versus Zarnax42 race. Hey, it's your boy, Reginald E. Sports Jackson, here with the first round in the Bowl bracket of Elite Season 8. And it's about to be on like Donkey Kong. Alright, and tonight, Europsilis takes on Zarnax42. How will both these players fare? Well, we'll find out in the next 12 to 25 minutes. Now, Europsilis is a perfect 3-0 in the group stage and has not lost a game in Elite Tournament history, dating back to season number 1 where he went 0-0. Meanwhile, this is the first bracket appearance for Zarnax42. He went 2-1 in his group and beat out Dark Magician in a tiebreaker. Two early deaths for Europsilis right there, and Zarnax42 makes it to the next stage. Sorry about that. I had some orange soda still left over, and I wanted to drink it before the ice melted. It was pretty good. It was White Rock orange soda. It's $1 a bottle. All right, Europsilis is on stage 2 now, as Zarnax is about to take a dip in the water. But with that skip, Europsilis is only a little bit behind now. He can make up some time here in the mashing of this middle boss that's coming up right now for Zyrak. Or for Zarnax. Zyrak is not in this race. But I'm sure I'll try to make him be a part of this race a few times tonight. Good mashing there by Zarnax, so maybe Europsilis is not going to make up any time here. We'll see. No, in fact, I think Zarnax had a faster boss fight. Let's see how he handles this back part of this level. Has a little trouble there with the platform. Takes a point of damage to the boss, but then finishes him off in phase number 2. Meanwhile, Europsilis does it in one cycle. So based on that boss fight, he cuts the lead almost to nothing. He also picked up all the items on one single jump, while Zarnax had to go chase him around. But alright, stage 3 time. Let's see what happens here. Quick kill there for Zarnax. And Europsilis has a fast fight as well. No helmet for Zarnax. Europsilis is opting to take it. See if Zarnax can get this one, and he gets it. Europsilus was not able to make that jump up. And if anybody can show me video proof that you can get both helmets in this stage, please at me, at Reginald Esports Jackson ESQ, at Twitter, on Facebook. Good jumping there by Europsilus, who's taken over the lead. But they are virtually tied here. Did I mention it was on like Donkey Kong? I think I did. Europsilus did not get the memo, though. I don't know how Europsilus did not take damage there, but Zarnax is working his way over here. Some fantastic jumping happening here and good hurtbox action. So Europsilus take damage when he jumped on top of an eggshell. And then bounce off of it in a similar fashion right thereafter. Europsilus is the first at the boss. His mashing is not too good, though. And he takes a death. So he'll be starting over. Put Zarnax only a little bit behind now. He's working on one heart, though. Seems to be getting those shots in faster, and he has a more powered-up shot and takes the lead. Meanwhile, Europsilus is trying to beat Jackmas Wedge for the slowest boss fight ever. And I was here for both of them. All right, into the Ice Palace goes Zarnax, and now Europsilus is there. We are 6 minutes and 25 seconds into this race. I am Reginald Esports Jackson for Elite Season 8. Hope everyone is well today. See, Zarnax only has one heart, so it's going to be difficult for him to do this death skip. And in fact, he does take a death. He's going to set it up again. The penguin there went right, so he's not going to be able to jump off that ghost. But it looks like he's just going to hoof it. Nope, there he goes. What will he do? Well, Europsilus is going to take the death skip and immediately take over the lead. Zarnax is farming for coins. You know, I get asked every once in a while. I was at the store today, and someone stopped me and like, hey, Big Reg, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how's it going? They're like, hey, yeah, if you can do one thing with Toki to make it better, what would you do? And I'm like, oh, well, thanks for asking. That's a pretty good question. I think the one thing I would do is, well, you get coins in the game, see? So I would put a slot machine at the end of every level. And on the slot machine, you can earn more heart containers or extra lives or, like, points. And then they were like, hey, I appreciate you stopping and taking the time to answer my question. I'm like, oh, well, I appreciate the question. And I'll see you later. So hopefully they were tuned in to hear a story about themselves and see Europsilus finish Stage 4 and head on into the jungle while Zarnax is taking care of the boss from Stage 4 right now. Some good mashing on Zarnax's side. One life down on Europsilus. Let's see if that plays into anything. That's some good orange soda. Europsilus makes it through Lag Alley. All right, Europsilus reaches the top, and Zarnax is taking a death there. And he's going to have to start his ascent all over again. But Europsilus does die there. He has full health now. I'm not too sure what he had before, but I think he was down a couple of hearts. So he'll be able to walk right into this boss fight. Extra life coming up here for Zarnax. And wait for it. Might have to wait a while. I don't think there's an enemy to kill. And there it is. Extra life. Europsilus does take care of the boss, and Zarnax is working on it right now. They go into the final level. Zarnax gets another extra life in the goodie bag. So both players are going to have 3 hearts out of 4 and 3 lives going into this level. Zarnax takes a hit right there. Goes down to 2 hearts. 2 hearts, 1 heart for Zarnax as well. He's getting bodied in this level. I believe I've heard him reference this level as saying it was pretty hard for the first part of it until the first checkpoint. And it's proving it right now. He's got to watch out for that flame. As Europsilus is the first onto the cart, and Zarnax runs his face right into that salt shaker. Is that Big Little John? That's Shake It Like a Salt Shaker? Shake It Like a Salt Shaker, that one? It's a pretty good song. My mom doesn't let me listen to that type of music, though, but every once in a while I sneak online in that Pandora. And, you know, I have a Little John channel. Station, I think they call it. And I listen to it. It's pretty good. But he's always yelling at somebody, like the producer or something, because he's singing a song, you know, and he's just like, yeah, okay. It's like, you can cut that part out, man. I don't need to really hear that part. Hello? Yeah. All right. I was told that family's coming over, and I have to clean my room, but, you know. That can wait, because this is Reginald E. Sports Jackson, and Europsilus is at the final boss of his first round bracket in the bowl against Zarnax 42. Can he bring it home? Let's find out. And he's underneath it. 1 heart left, and down it goes. He had invincibility frames, so he did not die when the boss died, like Nirm did in week number 3. But there you go, your winner, 12-25, and moving on is Europsilus. And I should say that not only moving on, but Europsilus is undefeated in Elite Tournament history and is moving from the bowl to the upper deck next season based on winning this race. So congratulations to him. And Zarnax is going for that swag. You can see it's faster. What happens is when you take damage, if you're invulnerable, you fall right through the ceiling, right from the floor to the ceiling, and then you can get hit again and just keep continuing. But, yeah. You don't have the helmet in the last part because you need to take the damage. And Zarnax dies. He grabs the quote-unquote free 1-up. Let's see if he's going to go for it again. He's going to go for it again. He did not grab the helmet, but he did not land on the card either. So let's see what he does this time. Free 1-up. Not going for the helmet. He probably knows he lost already. He's going to do the backwards jump transition. Nope. Goofy Foot failed him. If only that jump was as free as that 1-up, right? Nah. And he misses the jump. Is that 3 in a row? I think that is 3 in a row, maybe 4. He's he's probably recording footage for a tutorial where he just gets the 1-up over and over. And he starts a video like, hey, what's up, guys? This is Zarnax42. And today I'm going to show you how to get this 1-up every single time in Toki. That was my Zarnax42 voice. And he sticks to landing. But he does not kill the guy off, and he gets the Hadouken right in the face. So here he goes again. Just more footage for his YouTube video. See, what you got to do is you got to line the cart up at this spot and then jump. And then when you get to this cart-to-cart transition, take a point of damage, and then just miss the platform altogether. And then start over and grab the 1-up. I am Zarnax42. Follow me on Twitter. At Zarnax42. And check out my Instagram. It's at Zarnax42 as well. That was probably wrong of me because I just basically talked out loud his whole video, but you should go watch it. It's going to be good. All right, he's arrived at the final boss here. 3 out of 4 hearts and the power-up. He does get hit in phase 1. Doesn't get the full charge shot, but he's getting in there. Keeps his 2 hearts. Nope, there it goes. He has died, and he's going to do it all over again. Bet chat is looking for that cart music right now, but we're a little bit focused. It is the bracket round. We got to take this seriously. We can't just be singing the whole time. I'm drinking orange soda every time I pause. It is warm because the ice all melted. All right, here we go. Bringing in 4 hearts this time is Zarnax42. So let's see what happens. Misses with the first charge shot there. Well, he's getting in. But he's not doing damage right now. I think that hand was blocking it. And it was like what happened to... who did that happen to in the Cesspool show? I think that happened to Zyrak. I think Zyrak got in there and he was trying to just tank. But what happened is the fist was taking all the bullets and it wasn't hitting the heart. So you have to go a little deeper, I think. Zarnax has to move a little closer. All right, here we go. Once again, 4 hearts because he's taking the helmet this time instead of doing the whole swag strats. He's got good mashing technique, though. He's firing shots pretty fast. Is he in there? He's got this one now. Yep, there he goes. And Zarnax has finished. Unfortunately, he is going to be out of the brackets, but he finishes with a time of 17 minutes and 50 seconds. And I think he practiced this game twice before this run, and both runs were in the 13s. So, unfortunate bit of luck there for Zarnax42. But congratulations to Europsilis. And I have to go clean my room, so I'll talk to everybody later. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll send it back to Hans Buttface in the studio. Congratulations to Europsilis, who keeps the undefeated streak alive and advances to the Bowl Finals. By being in the Bowl Finals, that means he's going to get promoted to the upper deck for next season. Meanwhile, it's tradition to take Zarnax42's time of 1750 and relate it to something in pop culture history. And here we go. 1750, Britain versus France, is a board game. Now that you are that much smarter thanks to Hans Buttface, let's bring you to the Jam Eviler versus Link 7's match with Europsilis and Armageddon Time on the call.
Hello, everybody. This is Armageddon Time here with Europe Salis, and we are here with the Bowl Bracket Round Jam Eviler versus Link _7777. Got ourselves a little race. Hasn't quite started yet, but Euro, what do you think thus far?
I'm thinking that we're going to have a good race. I know that Jam Eviler is a really big fan of Toki. He said it's in his top 5 of games, and know that this is going to be a great matchup between Jam and Link. They're both very competitive and very passionate about this type of gameplay, especially at this high level in an elite tournament.
Yeah, when it comes to video games, it's top 5 in a list, but number 1 in your hearts, really. And we're coming up to, I think this the multi-headed creature actually has a name, but it escapes me as all the names in this game are very peculiar.
I never even bothered to memorize a single boss enemy name. I just kind of make it up. I mean, everyone so far this season has just made up their favorite name for every single boss or enemy that they hate or dislike or love deep in their hearts.
What I'm loving deep in my heart right now is this very simultaneous gameplay we got going here. It seems that Jam has taken a more direct route. Unfortunately, Link taking an early death. We've seen that very often in level 1 here, but you got to take chances if you want to make the big plays.
Jam just going through the motions here, taking out the boss quite easily. If he doesn't take the power up, he just likes mashing through, and I think it really works.
Yeah, it certainly seemed to work since he's already on to level 2, and we see Link finishing up the boss, making his way to level 2 right here. Jam going for the skip, but doesn't seem to get it. Oh boy, having to make up time already.
Yeah, you can see him taking a dive off that vine, trying to say, "Hey, bird, where are you? You're supposed to come up here."
Seems the same thing's happening to Link over there. That bird is just not complying with our competitors today, as we see Jam Eviler dipping his toe key into the pool.
The dunk tank.
Where the truly elite truly dunk. Ah, see what I did there?
I did. Oh, so Jam gets the second bird. Do you remember there was somebody before that did not get the second bird? His name escapes me.
Ah, who's to know? We see Neptuna. I think that's the actual name of that mid-boss there, being easily defeated by Egg Helmet.
I think the great thing is that you can just basically sit inside Neptuna and fire as much as you want.
Excuse me, this is a family show. You gotta watch your language, Buster.
My apologies, I forgot that there are children in the audience right now.
Yeah, I mean, we have, the entire Cesspool audience watching us here as on an unfortunate death to the multi-eyeball boss that Jam Eviler unfortunately succumbed to.
Jam
and
was,
looks like we're on even planes again.
Yeah, Jam was hugging that boss a little bit too closely. It likes its distance.
Have you ugged your eyeball today?
I rub them all the time. They burn a lot. They go red. It's probably from playing too many video games.
No matter what, never rub your eyes. It's never a good idea. It's something I've definitely learned in my many years of eye rubbing. Here's the level of many people's bane of existence, the fire level. A lot of problems can happen here, but if you know what you're doing and you stay calm, it's not that bad.
It's actually pretty good that this is the 3rd level of the game, just because by this time, if you're playing well, you have enough lives to buffer mistakes. But we have a race now because they are at the same place. Jam having the helmet and Link deciding to forgo it, but he gets the second helmet.
Yeah, that second helmet comes in pretty handy, especially if you want to take down the upcoming birdie mid-boss, or I'm not even sure what that thing is. Is it a mid-boss, or is it just like another random creature? Either way, the helmet helps.
It's like a bird that guards a key to a rock that opens up from a key.
As you do.
Link deciding to kind of do the slower route of killing the bird by just doing the traditional point up and shoot. while Jam does the faster route by jumping on top of the brick.
Once again, putting them at even odds. This is really up and down, left and right. It's like a Konami code of competition.
All right, pop quiz. What is the Konami code?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, and then start if you're one player, or select start if it's two players.
Chat, I'll need some confirmation. Yes or no, was that correct? Put your answer in now.
Please enter it into your pin pad.
This is probably the hardest part of the level, getting through these poverty Yoshis, or they look like that little blue Pokemon alligator. I forgot what his name is.
Oh, Fire Croc?
It's like a water Pokemon.
Whatever. I don't know. If there's anybody we should ask about Pokemon, it's definitely Larry. He seems to really be up on his Pokemon knowledge.
Speaking of Pokemon, we're at Nutsack Boss.
He's my favorite Pokemon. I think he was in 5th generation.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Salt and Pepper.
Yeah. But we're gone. He's gone now, so we're still even. I mean, no one's really mistakes have been made, and it just keeps going back and forth to the race being super close. So any really major mistake or major death, especially this one coming up with the skip, could change the lead.
Yeah, we're in the frozen water stage. Let's see if both players can manage to achieve the skip, whether that one white enemy will be compliant or not.
Jam doesn't get above the screen, so he has to go back. He does it the second time. That gives Link the lead right now because he does get to skip the first time.
Oh no, unfortunately Jam just taking the long route, and that's really going to put him behind. But he did manage to get the skip in one way or another.
Also see that Link is deciding to play a little bit more risky. He has skipped a couple of safety helmets, deciding that speed is more important than risking a death.
You mean speed is a little more important than safety?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Armor. That's why you're on the other commentator's side. You're here to fill in the gaps.
Definitely, and to fill in the gaps. Anyway, we got this crystal jade elephant here.
I always thought it was like I thought it was like a paper mache elephant, personally. Like somebody like did some origami and just decided to make an elephant.
I'd like to think of it more as an obstacle, as it really doesn't pose much of a threat, and it does just kind of get in the way. But I don't know. I'd like to think you're in like a crystallized ice cave. There's going to be like some kind of crystallized elephant boss, as you do.
Okay, so if you were like in a fire volcano, you would expect at the very end there to be a fire boss, right? But what do you get at the very end of the fire volcano?
You get the nutsack boss.
Right. Does that make sense? Chat, you
does
decide. Does that make sense?
Make sense. That's very Chewbacca defense.
Meanwhile, there's still no definitive lead right now. Everyone is mistakes have been made, and it just Link was ahead a little bit, and then just Jam was able to catch up. There's still no definitive lead right now, so it's anyone's race.
They're both taking very slightly different ways through the levels. Like some are jumping at this time, some are taking this route, that route, or the other thing, but they're always ending up at the same area. It's going to be very interesting to see if there is a split, where they split. Well, taking a death, unfortunately, puts the Link a little bit behind, but hey, not that far.
Yeah, I can see that Jam pulled ahead. I don't know what you would call that area. It's kind of like, I call it like lag central, where you're trying to make it onto that stupid platform, but the whole screen is lagging. So I could see that Jam was able to get up there a lot faster than Link, because Link was having a hard time just kind of getting through to the platform. Then also he just takes that death. So that's giving Jam a really big lead right now.
but don't put it past Link Sevens to be able to find a way of making his way to potentially tying it up once again, as he's wearing the MJ sneaks.
Link being really brave here, using the white sneakers to jump across the gaps. He makes it. Looks like Jam has a pretty good advantage right now. He has 4 lives. Jam only has... Or sorry, Jam has 4 lives, and Link only has 1. Link can't make any mistakes in the final level if he wants to make it to the final... Well, he gets an extra life, never mind. Forget exactly what I was...
And he's also got fully juiced life, so he can at the very least afford to take a couple of hits as he's running through the salt shakers here. And who knows, maybe if Jam makes one mistake or another here, we could see another complete tie. As we have no cart music, but we do have cart on the left-hand side, so you can put your doo-doo-doos in chat if you like.
Seeing that's like a running theme for a lot of the races I've seen, is that whoever is leading, the audio is not on their side. So we're always kind of robbed of an early cart music. I feel kind of upset about that. Do you feel upset about that?
Not really, because, you know, eventually, at least in this race, we have cart music. And although, you know, the audio may not have been on the left-hand side, it seems as the lead is definitely on the left-hand side for Jam. As, you know, he's making his way, taking advantage, and getting that egg helmet.
Yeah, it looks like Jam's in a very good spot to take the race. He has full hearts. He's about to get to the final boss. He has plenty of lives. And then Link, for some reason, falls off the cart.
Yeah, he took a nosedive. I mean, I'm not real honestly sure why. Because he had 3 hearts, and you can easily, if you know what you're doing, you can take the boss down with 3 hearts. And speaking of the boss, we got Vuki Medlo, the very final boss of the game. Jam Eviler, the chance to take it right here.
Is that his name? Vuki Meadow?
Vuki Medlo.
Medlo.
Yeah.
I just always called him MS Paint Boss. Or
That's a good name. And speaking of good, we got a good time and a GG from Jam Eviler taking this, and he'll be moving on up to the upper deck.
Oh boy, the upper deck. Sounds easy.
Yeah, it's nothing. But don't count out Link Sevens. He's hopefully going to finish the fight here, and you know, leave a respectable time. And there we go. Way to go, GG Link Sevens.
With a time of 12:50, Link finishes, and he gets a sparkly purple Melvin hat.
Your hat does indeed say Melvin. Take it home and wear it with pride. I certainly have a wonderful collection myself from seasons past, but there we go. Jam Eviler moves up to the bowl finals and moves on up to Upper Deck next season.
You know the great thing about a Melvin hat is it's that they're stackable, so that if you get enough Melvin hats, you don't have to worry about storage. You just put one on top of another on top of another.
They're stackable and they're smackable. Well, that was, I'd say, a pretty entertaining race. Very even for most of it. I really liked that. It was back and forth. Not really sure which way it was going to go, and then Jam just pulled ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought it was going to be coming down to the final boss, and then I just kind of out of the corner of my eye, I saw Link fall off the cart, and I wasn't sure why. But yeah, I mean, I think that everyone, they both had a really good race, and it was very competitive.
Yeah, I was certainly on board the entire time, and Jam Eviler better, lace up his boots if he wants to get on board with the Upper Deck next season. Meanwhile, Link Sevens will stay in the bowl, maybe polish off his controller a little bit more, and really, dig his feet into the ground, and perhaps we'll see him in the Upper Deck the following season. But until then, that's just the way it's going to have to go. Before we send it back up to Hans, you got anything else to add, Euro?
Pashoo!
That's all the marbles.
Third time is the charm for Jam. This was his 3rd time in 3 seasons in the bracket round, but the first time he got out of the first round. He'll be in the bowl finals against Europsilis, and he'll also join Europsilis in the upper deck for next season. Congratulations to both players. Over in the upper deck, Unos versus Nirm and Bent Glass Tube versus Armageddon Time are our bracket races. And let's watch these races, called by Justin Man 114 and Dark Magician 114 with an 8.
Round and round, I'll mow you down. Bent glass tube, you're in Arma's town. We were once allies, part of the same commentary unit. I watched you give birth to a video game. Unfortunately, we're on opposite sides, and it's a video game that separates us. Well, I know the rules, I know the mission, and I'm sticking to it. TCS, Toki Completion Squad. I'm going to make my way to the finals, and that means going through you, BGT. Yes, sir.
All right, welcome, fans of the Elite Tournament, to Angry Larry's channel. I am Dark Magician. I'm joined by Justin Man 114 with no 8.
With no 8. What's up, knobs?
Tonight we got brackets, BGT versus Arma.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Semifinals. Winner moves on to the big championship race.
Yeah, this matchup it has some symmetry here with BGT is the Bruins and Arma is coming in as the Blue Jackets.
Oh, here we go. Bringing the hockey in.
So we'll see how this plays out. BGT is definitely a heavy favorite.
If that's the case, I'm gonna have to root for BGT, you know? Sorry, Arma, I guess.
Yeah, well, screw you.
Picking up right where we left off, I see.
So, why we say that BGT is a heavy favorite here is not only does he have a PB of sub 11, but he has gone 3-0 in this tournament, posting the best average time.
Yeah, getting better each week too. Small improvements to his time from week 1 through 3, and see if he can do it again. He takes a death there, unfortunately.
We see that death from
lead
him last week too.
I think you're right, yeah. He actually was, I think, behind most of last week's race against Nirm, and then kind of pulled it out at the end when Nirm, I want to say he died at the final boss, if I remember correctly.
That was some excellent mashing, though. Here we go, stage 2. Arma does not go for the skip, and BGT does. And
Nails
Arma dies?
Unfortunate. Oh, BGT taking a little damage there.
And he missed
Didn't
a
get the helmet.
Yeah. This is
Be careful.
This is like last week. This is Nirm versus BGT all over again. Two of the top elite struggling in the first and second stages.
Yeah, usually we save the struggling for at least the third stage, and probably, I guess the final boss, really.
Yeah, have you seen
some people seem to have had trouble there.
Cesspool players in the final boss?
Yeah, that's I
Call
don't think we need to go there.
We got the crispy puckles here on BGT side.
Yeah, moving my eyes back and forth between these two captures is actually quite an experience.
It almost seems like Arma's at 30 frames per second as well, so...
It's like when you go to the eye doctor and they put the different lenses in the thing. So, like, the picture gets more blurry and less blurry.
1, 2... So there's Buzzsaw boss down and into the volcano with Joe.
Yeah. Still don't know what's up with the buzzsaw. Don't really make sense, but BGT has reclaimed a slight lead here.
So which was your favorite stage in this game, this tournament?
Probably stage 4, I think. Well, I don't know.
Which one's stage 4?
Yeah.
Is that
That's the ice stage, I think. Although, I'm not good at doing that death abuse, because I always want to just not take the death, and I screw it all up, so I should just start doing the death abuse.
Is that a aesthetic preference, a musical preference, gameplay?
It's partially probably just the relief of not being in level 3 anymore, I would say. But yeah, aesthetically it looks nice. I like ice stuff usually in video games.
So would you?
I don't remember the music of. Like, is there a difference in music in the stages? I don't even know.
I think they're all the same.
Yeah.
I think you get stage, boss, and cart music.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But we'll have to check with CD on that one. She's usually on the point.
BGT hopping off that monkey onto the vine. Those are monkeys, right?
The ones that tuck and roll? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. They're green monkeys for some reason, but...
I guess you get the good look at them when they're dying. Dodges the sperm cloud to his face. Slips right underneath that one. Arma's not too far behind. He'll grab this swinging wang and be moving on.
Please! Family show. Oh, we're past 10 o'clock now, probably. So, not even worried, I guess.
How can this be a family show when you got this boss? I mean...
For real. Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Can we get a dictator?
That is some sort of body part.
Yeah, dictator body part in chat to tell us what this is.
I mean, you could just... you could say it's like a heart, right? It's like an upside down human heart, maybe? I don't know.
I think the argument was that it's the stomach, since he's burping at you.
That's probably... Yeah.
But who's really seen a stomach?
Yeah, I don't think that's what a stomach looks like, really. At least not from, like, pictures I remember seeing in, like, I guess science class or anatomy class or whatever. But I don't know. Here goes BGT with the death abuse. I don't think he got... Did he get above the screen? Oh, there we go. There he goes.
Did now. Initially, what happened was the bunny you'll see on Arma's screen, or penguin, I guess. If he goes to the right, you can't get up in time to jump off the cloud. So he needs to come to the left towards you.
Yeah, Arma got it clean, so did make up a little bit of time there.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets the helmet here. I think he's a fan of getting that helmet.
Yeah, I like this helmet.
It's a 2-second time loss or so.
Yeah,
but...
2 seconds, yeah. I think we saw last week BGT actually, and he's having a little trouble this time too. I want to say he had trouble here. If I'm remembering the racer correctly. I think he actually took a death there last week because he didn't have the helmet.
Yeah, to that Barracuda that just pinned him in the corner.
Yeah.
But he's going to take down this mammoth of a boss.
That's got to be the easiest boss. I guess besides maybe the first boss, but I feel like he dies so fast.
Yeah, we saw last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago, a new attacks from him that most people hadn't seen before.
He has other attacks? I don't think I've even seen other attacks, and I'm in the cesspool.
So he threw his tusk originally, and then once the tusk got back, he extended his trunk.
Oh, okay. No, I have seen that. I think when
And
I did
then-
like first playthrough or whatever.
After he shoots out his nose at you 2-3 times, then he gets hopping mad and jumps at you.
Wow.
And yeah, I'd never seen any of that. It was interesting.
Yeah, you certainly would have to get there without the power-up, I would assume, to see any of that. 'Cause he just dies so fast when you have the weapon.
So we'll see what strats these guys decide to implement. Getting 1-ups, getting the shoes, whatnot.
BGT having a little trouble with this seesaw mechanism here. And now we have a virtual sync.
The difference being BGT with the shoes. We'll see how much time they can actually save.
Yeah, I think they might run out sooner than he wants to, because he kind of dilly-dallied.
And
We'll
there
see.
you go.
Yeah, they're gone. He grabs the late ones. He hates the late shoes. I've heard him say it. Arma does not grab them. So we'll see how much of a difference that makes.
Another sink. This is really playing up.
Oh,
to the
no.
audience.
BGT taking a death. Arma now has a pretty decent lead. He's going to be careful and get that weapon. And he should be getting out of here with maybe a 10-second lead or so, it looks. Oh! I spoke too soon. He takes a death to the boss. I think he only had one heart. I wasn't paying attention.
He did. And he got stomped on. The hitbox is real wonky on that foot.
Yeah, that's really the only way you can die to that boss is if you enter with 1 health, because you do have to kind of get through. I know you can get through without getting hit, but usually we just kind of walk through. Tough luck, though, for Arma. Briefly took the lead back. We've had, what, 3 or 4 lead changes?
Just in the past 2 levels.
Yeah. Here we go. Still, final boss could decide things. I think if BGT dies to the final boss, I deserve to give him some guff for it.
This is like a series at 3 and 2.
I can't complain about a 3 and 2 series, really. I got nothing to complain about right now. Talk to me in 2 days, though. I might have stuff to complain about.
I won't have any complaints if this goes to Game 7. And I'm, of course, referring to this Toki race.
Imagine if this tournament was every round was best of 7, like the NBA and NHL playoffs.
That sounds like a.
I think we'd have a lot of
great
dropouts.
That's a great way to run a tournament. You know, we should start with a Swiss round. And the Swiss round, nobody gets eliminated. It'll just lead right into brackets. And then the brackets we have to make fair for everybody. Do you think double elimination would be a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have as many chances as possible, I would say. And also make sure, like, you get at least a week to do each match. So this thing drags out for about 5 months.
So what, you're thinking a best of 3 double elimination?
Yeah, that sounds good. Are we looking at the swag? I mean, it's not just swag that BGT just pulled off. That actually does save time.
It does, and he saved a lot of time there.
Yeah, that was pretty. It looks pretty sweet when you pull it off like that.
This is why he's leading the tournament in average time.
And here we go. He does have 2 health, so we gotta be a little careful, and he's good.
Oh, he avoids.
Arma's got the full lot, so yeah, no one wants to see that again.
BGT advances to the finals of the Elite Season 8 tournament here on Angry Larry Gaming.
Arma finishing up as well. Should be another pretty respectable time. 12:04. Close race, 16 seconds, if I can do math correctly.
Yeah, 16. Not a bad race overall. Both these guys struggled a little bit here and there, but definitely gave us something to cheer for.
Yeah, and BGT just consistent, really. That's, I think, about, what was his average? It was like right around there, so
11:46, yeah. He's just barely over his average.
Super consistent. So, I mean, whoever faces it, we're about to find out who he's going to face in the finals, and whoever that is probably going to have to put up, 11-4, 11-3x, I would assume. So, we'll see.
Indeed. So, let's get some overtime Toki going. Double overtime even.
Yeah, I mean, there was a 4 overtime game last night. I don't know if anyone was watching that, but we got the other side of the brackets here to determine who's going to the championship, and it's going to be Unos XX versus Nirm, and they are off.
All right, which one has the better double letters? XX or EERR?
Yeah, Nirm's got 2 double letters, so that's, but I don't know, they're X's. X's are pretty cool, man.
It would be.
It's almost a virtual tie.
It'd be better if it was an X at the beginning and an X at the end.
X Unos X, yeah.
That's the best way to write a name. And then
I
you got
wonder why he made the X's in his name. I wonder if just regular Unos was taken? Or I've never asked him. I don't know. Maybe he's in chat right now.
Maybe he likes the number 20.
That's possible too.
He is a fan of that Roman numeral timer that we've seen occasionally floating around.
That's a funny timer. That's the biggest troll timer of all time. Nice jump there by Unos. And nice kill. Really nice first stage. I think he had the power up throughout the entire boss fight, so he just didn't really lose any time.
And meanwhile, Nirm mashed a little bit too quickly there, but he's the first one with the 1-up? No, Unos already got his as well. Never mind. Both these guys are excellent racers. That's why they're at the top of the elite. Their average time is actually just a few seconds difference.
Yeah, I think Nirm only lost the one race, which was 2 BGT, correct?
He did.
And
it was, I mean, so Nirm's average time in this tournament was an 11:54, and his race against BGT was a 13:01.
Yeah, that's impressive. So that means, yeah, the other races, he certainly put up some seriously good times. And I believe in Unos, if I'm not mistaken, did not lose a race in his side of the brackets. I can't remember.
I can't remember, and we forgot to check in with the studio on that one. But I believe you are right that he did go 3-0 this tournament. He beat out Armageddon time, giving Arma his only loss. So I mean, this bracket was definitely stacked.
Yeah, Arma, I believe, taking down Buzz in the first week, I want to say, if I remember correctly, which was a little bit of a surprise. Buzz not in contention for the championship this season.
This has got to be a first.
Yeah, he always seems to be in the mix.
He's got to play in that relegation race and has potential to slip into the bowl, unfortunately.
It's probably comfier than the Cesspool, at least. Consolation, or whatever that's worth. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It's super comfy in the Cesspool. Because I ain't
Nice
got to
and
do
warm.
anything. Yeah, it's definitely warm.
I don't know. There's different levels that you can enjoy in each. But this top elite is definitely pushing it. We saw it during the Edge 20 this year, how BGT, Unos, and a few other people were pushing world records. I think, let's see, I know we had Digshake get a world record in Yoshi's Cookie, or was it just Yoshi? I can never remember those games apart.
I think it was Yoshi's Cookie, right? Because I can't. Yoshi's the one with the matching, like the Tetris kind of pieces drop, right?
Yeah, it was the one on NES, the one that he got it. Are they both on NES?
I think they're both on NES. I can't remember. I think BGT got. Maybe I can't even remember.
It's got to be Yoshi's Cookie because, yeah, like you said, it was a baker, and you had to match the cookies' shapes.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that was Digshake. I think BGT and Digshake both put in a lot of work on that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Digshade had the record for the least amount of time, but he still had the record, and you can't take that away from him. No amount of shaming or making your own individualized leaderboard that shows the true top times will ever take away somebody's world record.
I noticed right there, Yunos had a different power-up than Nirm for the boss. I didn't see how that happened, but I think he got a slightly
So-
slower kill.
It's been popular to grab the power up that you use on the final boss. You can get from one of those flying enemies right before the Hitler falls.
Ah, okay. I couldn't tell
Thanks,
if it
Jeff,
was
for
because
that
that one does like 2 damage per hit, but it charges also, so you can get that first shot to do like 7. Couldn't tell if it was faster though.
We got both of them getting the skip.
Yeah, it's another close race, just like our last one. I think Nirm's not even 10 seconds behind. He's
I
just
think
keeping
this one
pace.
we'll see Nirm not go for the helmet, so unlike Arma, he's going to keep close.
Yeah, both of them got full health too. Shouldn't really have problems here.
Looks like both of them manipulated the Barracuda as well. They're not having to deal with it like BGT did. Even taking a damage there is not the worst thing in the world because you'll get a heart from this guy. Potentially 2. I don't understand how the drops work in this game, honestly.
I was gonna say, did Yunos not get one, or did he just happen to unluckily get the heart before getting the container?
He got the bonus.
Oh, okay.
He got a bonus, a 1-up, and a heart container.
Yeah, I saw the one up,
And
and I just looked over at
Nirm
Nirm's
didn't
screen.
get the bonus, I don't think. Instead, he got the heart refill, which he's already gone through.
I mean, you can always death abuse to refill, but I mean, at this level, I think both racers are aware that even taking the time to death abuse could cost them. So, trying to not have to do that, I would assume.
Definitely see a difference here in their lives, though. Eunice is already up to 5. I think he's heading for the high score of the elite this year.
Yeah, how is he 2 ahead? Score gets him 1 ahead, I think, but you get more coins, I guess? Yeah.
Like I
Or,
said,
well,
have
yeah, I
no
guess he
idea.
got the extra... I guess he got the extra 1 up from the boss. That makes sense, so...
I have no idea how any of this game works.
That's fair. Alright, here we go. Massive jump boots.
Eunice got an unconventional way up there, and
He's gotta be careful here. Nirm taking the lead. This is like lead change city in this area of the game tonight.
I would expect nothing else from the elite, from the top of the elite.
About a 1 to 2 second lead for Nirm here. And he's got to be a little careful. There we go. So did Yunos. Well done by both.
Excellent mashing here. Oh, and a single
Wow.
block kill.
I thought Yunos was actually going to lose time there, and he actually made some up. Interesting. So now we are, I think, exactly tied, it looks like.
So that's something I've been noticing Eunice do more in that boss fight is he doesn't shoot when both hands are over the heart, protecting it. And I don't know if this is a lag reduction thing that he's doing.
That's what I was
or
going to say. Yeah, that might be a lag reduction.
it is a
As
death
he
as well.
unfortunately takes a death, yeah. Now Nirm is going to have a pretty big lead, so he's just got to kind of be careful. I'm sure he doesn't want to take 1 more damage before the boss. 3 hearts is safe. 2 is far less safe.
How many Ganon falls ahead would you estimate him to be? Oh, sorry, we're not allowed to.
Ganon.
But yeah, we've seen Nirm in this position before. Actually, I think multiple times. Where he heads into the boss. I guess only once he did it.
Yeah,
know
it
we've
was
seen
last
other
week.
racers,
Last week's
definitely.
versus BGT. If he doesn't do what he did last week versus BGT, then he will get to go race BGT again next week. So we'll see. He does have this is in his hands at this point. Yunus just has to hope that he dies. It's really all that he can hope for here. I mean, I guess, if he gets into trouble, really slow boss kill.
Yeah, but
change things,
he's got about 10-15 second lead, if not more.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We'll find out. As long as he hits his shots, should be fine.
All right, phase 1.
Clean.
That's all she wrote.
Sub 11. Very good time.
That is change your pants time.
How many of those have we had in the tournament?
I believe that is the absolute best time posted this tournament.
Wow. Yunus coming in with 11:16. Also, a super respectable time. Better than both racers in the other side of the brackets in their race. So
That's his best tournament time as well, by over 10 seconds.
unfortunate Melvin hat for Yunus. But yeah, that's going to set up the rematch. Nirm versus BGT. See if Nirm can, I guess, get his revenge. That'll be next week for the championship.
Well, that'll do it for us and Miho here.
Miho.
The
Is that her
sweetheart.
name?
Yeah, apparently.
It just
I
reminds
mean-
me of that psychotic girl from Sin City. Her name was Miho too. If you remember
Nice.
that movie.
Yeah, of course. That was an excellent movie.
Love that movie. We could talk about that maybe next time.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, it's send it back to the studio.
Our finals will be a rematch of the Week 3 race with Nirm versus Bentglass Tube. Congratulations to Nirm for getting the only sub 11 in the tournament so far. And he'll be looking for redemption and trying not to throw it against Bentglass Tube. And join us next week when we conclude Elite Season 8. We'll have the remaining semifinal and finals for the Cesspool on Friday. And then on Sunday, we'll have the finals for the Upper Deck and the Bowl Leagues. And those 2 4-way relegation races to determine who stays and who gets relegated in the Upper Deck and the Bowl. It's been a fun season so far, and I thank you for joining us. I am Hans Buttface, and we'll see you guys next week. Knob.